Welcome to Super Bits. In this video, we're diving deep into the shadows of Gotham City to explore every Batman villain ever. From the iconic Joker to the underrated and obscure foes, we'll unravel their origins, motivations, and the chaos they bring to the Dark Knight's life. Get ready to meet the rogues gallery that makes Batman the legend he is. Let's begin. We are starting with Bane. Bane is one of Batman's most physically imposing villains, known for his incredible strength and tactical brilliance. He's the mastermind behind breaking Batman's back in the iconic Nightfall storyline. Born in the harsh prison of Peña Duro, Bane grew up honing his mind and body to perfection. With the Venom serum enhancing his strength, he's not just a brute but a strategic genius, often outthinking and overpowering the Dark Knight. Bane represents the perfect blend of brains and brawn, making him one of Batman's deadliest adversaries. Next is the Joker, Batman's archenemy and the embodiment of chaos in Gotham City. Joker is a homicidal maniac with a clown-like appearance, bent on creating havoc in Gotham City and fighting a never-ending battle against Batman. His arsenal of weapons includes razor-sharp playing cards, acid-squirting trick flowers, joy buzzers with a lethal electrical charge, and a fatal toxin called Joker Venom. The Joker's unpredictable nature and sadistic humor make him a constant and formidable threat to the Dark Knight. Then there is Catwoman. Selina Kyle, better known as Catwoman, walks the fine line between villain and anti-hero. She's a world-class cat burglar with a penchant for luxury and a heart of gold buried under her criminal exploits. Her complicated relationship with Batman adds layers to her character. She's often torn between her love for him and her life of crime. With her acrobatic skills, whip mastery, and sharp intellect, Catwoman challenges Batman not just as a foe, but also as a moral conundrum. Next is Black Mask. Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask, is a brutal and sadistic crime lord who uses fear and violence to maintain control over Gotham's underworld. Introduced in Batman issue 386, he started as a disgraced businessman who carved a mask from his father's coffin, symbolizing his descent into madness. Black Mask is notorious for his cruel methods, including torturing his enemies and manipulating his own gang, the False Face Society. With a vendetta against Bruce Wayne and a knack for controlling Gotham's criminal enterprises, Black Mask is one of the city's most relentless and terrifying villains. Next is Clayface, the shape-shifting master of disguise. Over the years, multiple individuals have taken up the mantle of Clayface, with Basil Karlo being the original. First appearing in Detective Comics issue 40, Clayface is known for his tragic origin, a once promising actor whose life spiraled after an accident or experiment gone wrong, turning him into a monstrous figure of living clay. His ability to mimic anyone's appearance and his immense strength make him a formidable foe, and his battles with Batman often highlight themes of identity and humanity. Then there is Deadshot, Gotham's deadliest marksman. Introduced in Batman issue 59, Floyd Lawton is a hitman with a near-perfect aim and a preference for high-tech weaponry. Despite his criminal career, Deadshot often exhibits a code of honor, even showing moments of redemption. Known for his membership in the Suicide Squad, Deadshot's skills and morally gray personality make him a fascinating and complex adversary for Batman. Next, we have Mr. Freeze, a tragic figure driven by love and loss. Dr. Victor Fries, introduced in Batman issue 121, was a cryogenicist whose wife, Nora, fell terminally ill. In an attempt to save her through cryogenic preservation, an accident transformed his body, requiring sub-zero temperatures to survive. Wielding a freeze gun and donning a refrigerated suit, Mr. Freeze's criminal endeavors are often motivated by the desperate need to fund research to cure his wife, adding a layer of sympathy to his character. Next is Poison Ivy, one of Batman's most formidable adversaries. Dr. Pamela Isley, introduced in Batman #81, 1966, is a botanist who transforms into an eco-terrorist with the ability to control plant life and produce toxins. Her deep connection to the environment drives her to protect nature at any cost, often bringing her into direct conflict with Batman. Poison Ivy's unique powers and unwavering commitment to her cause make her a complex and enduring figure in Gotham's criminal underworld. Then there is Ra's al Ghul, a centuries-old mastermind and leader of the League of Assassins. Ra's al Ghul seeks to purge humanity to restore ecological balance, often viewing Batman as a worthy successor. His use of Lazarus pits grants him extended life, making him a persistent and formidable adversary. Ra's al Ghul's combination of strategic brilliance, combat prowess, and radical ideology presents a unique challenge to Batman's mission and morals. Next, we have the Riddler, a villain obsessed with puzzles and intellectual challenges. His compulsion to leave riddles and clues at crime scenes stems from a deep-seated need to prove his superiority over Batman and the Gotham City Police Department. The Riddler's elaborate schemes and intricate mind games test Batman's detective skills, making him a persistent and cunning adversary in the Dark Knight's rogues gallery. Next is the Scarecrow, a villain who weaponizes fear to terrorize Gotham City. Dr. Jonathan Crane is a former professor of psychology and psychiatry with an obsessive fascination with phobias. Utilizing his self-developed fear toxin, he induces intense fear and hallucinations in his victims, exploiting their deepest anxieties. Scarecrow's psychological assaults challenge Batman's mental resilience, making him a formidable adversary who preys on the mind rather than the body. Then there is Two-Face, a tragic figure embodying the duality of human nature. Harvey Dent, once Gotham City's esteemed district attorney and an ally of Batman, was disfigured by acid thrown by mob boss Sal Maroni, leading to his transformation into Two-Face. First appearing in Detective Comics issue 66, his scarred visage reflects his fractured psyche, compelling him to make decisions based on the flip of a coin, one side pristine, the other scarred. This reliance on chance dictates his actions, making him unpredictable and highlighting the thin line between good and evil. Then, we have Victor Zsasz, a serial killer who sees murder as a means of liberating his victims from the burdens of life. Introduced in Batman Shadow of the Bat issue 1, Zsasz carves a tally mark into his own flesh for each life he takes, his body serving as a gruesome ledger of his crimes. His erratic behavior and lack of remorse make him one of Gotham's most disturbing criminals, presenting Batman with challenges that test his resolve against pure, unrelenting madness. Next, we have Firefly, a villain who brings literal flames to Gotham. Garfield Linz, first appearing in Detective Comics, issue 184, started as a pyrotechnic expert before turning to a life of arson and destruction. Armed with a flamethrower and a high-tech flight suit, Firefly is obsessed with fire and its destructive beauty. His fiery rampages through Gotham represent chaos, and his battles with Batman often test the Dark Knight's limits in controlling catastrophic damage. Next is Hush, one of Batman's most personal and calculated enemies. Dr. Thomas Elliot was a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne who grew up resenting him. Brilliant and manipulative, Hush orchestrates elaborate schemes to ruin Batman's life, often working alongside other villains in Gotham. With his surgical precision and deep knowledge of Bruce's secrets, Hush is a psychological threat who pushes the Dark Knight to his mental limits. Then there is Harley Quinn, the chaotic wildcard of Gotham. First appearing in Batman the Animated Series in 1992 before transitioning to comics, Harley started as Dr. Harleen Quinzel, a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum who fell in love with the Joker. Her transformation into a mischievous and unpredictable villain made her a standout in Batman's rogues gallery. Over time, Harley has evolved into an anti-hero, striking out on her own and proving she's much more than just the Joker's sidekick. Then we have Hugo Strange, one of Batman's oldest and most intellectual foes. Debuting in Detective Comics issue 36, Strange is a brilliant psychologist obsessed with uncovering Batman's true identity. His twisted experiments and unrelenting pursuit of perfection make him a sinister figure in Gotham. Strange's mind games and ability to manipulate others pose a unique challenge for Batman, as he uses his intellect rather than brute force to strike at the Dark Knight's psyche. Then there is Killer Moth, a villain who positions himself as the antithesis to Batman. Introduced in Batman issue 63, Drury Walker, operating under the alias Cameron Van Cleer, adopts a moth-themed persona, complete with gadgets and a distinctive costume to assist Gotham's criminals. He even offers protection services to other villains, effectively acting as a supervillain for hire. Despite his elaborate setup, Killer Moth is often remembered as an antagonist of Batgirl and Batman, and his attempts to rival the Dark Knight frequently end in failure, leading to his reputation as a lesser threat in Gotham's underworld. Next, we have Killer Croc, a formidable adversary with a monstrous appearance. Waylon Jones, first appearing in Batman issue 357, suffers from a rare medical condition that gives him a crocodile-like appearance and superhuman strength. As Killer Croc descended into madness, he sharpened his teeth to razor points and began murdering innocent victims. His immense strength and resilience make him a significant physical threat to Batman, and his presence in Gotham's sewers adds a lurking danger beneath the city's surface. Next is the Mad Hatter, a villain whose crimes are inspired by Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Jervis Tetch, introduced in Batman issue 49, is a neuroscientist obsessed with the story, often using mind control devices hidden in hats to manipulate his victims. His delusional fixation on recreating Wonderland scenarios makes him a uniquely unpredictable adversary for Batman, blending psychological manipulation with a whimsical yet sinister theme. Then there is Lazara, a supervillain who is the wife of Mr. Freeze, also known as Nora Freeze. After being resurrected in a Lazarus pit, Nora becomes Lazara, gaining the ability to produce fire and raise the dead. She first appeared in Batgirl issue 70 in 2006. As Lazara, she possesses powers that make her a formidable opponent for Batman and his allies. Next is Magpie, a villain who loves shiny things and steals valuable jewels. Her real name is Margaret Pye, and she first appeared in the Man of Steel issue 3 in 1986. Magpie is known for her obsession with precious items, often targeting jewels named after birds. In the HBO series The Penguin, Magpie is portrayed as a lonely and jealous inmate at Arkham Asylum, where she meets Sophia Falcone. Next is KG Beast, a formidable assassin from Russia. His real name is Anatoly Knyazev, and he first appeared in Batman issue 417 in 1988. KG Beast is known for his exceptional combat skills, strategic mind, and use of advanced weaponry. He has been a significant adversary for Batman, often challenging the Dark Knight's physical and mental limits. His cold demeanor and ruthless efficiency make him a dangerous foe. Then there is Blockbuster, a powerful crime lord in Gotham City. His real name is Roland Desmond, and he first appeared in Batman issue 356 in 1983. Blockbuster is known for his immense strength, durability, and leadership in the criminal underworld. He has been a significant adversary for Batman, often challenging the Dark Knight's physical and mental limits. His ambition and ruthlessness make him a formidable foe in Gotham's criminal landscape. Then there is Madame Zodiac, a fortune teller with mystical powers who uses her abilities for crime. She first appeared in Batman Family issue 17 in 1978. Madame Zodiac is known for her horoscope-themed crimes, often using her knowledge of astrology to plan her heists. She has been an enemy of both Batman and Batgirl, showcasing her versatility and cunning. In the comics, she has also allied herself with other villains, such as Dr. Zodiac, to obtain powerful artifacts. Next is Mirror Man, a villain who uses mirrors to commit crimes and try to discover Batman's secret identity. His real name is Floyd Ventress, and he first appeared in Detective Comics issue 213 in 1954. Mirror Man is a criminal scientist who runs a gang and commits crimes revolving around mirrors, attempting to uncover Batman's secret identity through reflection. He has been portrayed as a dangerous adversary for Batman, using his knowledge of mirrors and reflections to his advantage. Then there is Metalhead, a villain known for his strength and use of spiked weapons in combat. He first appeared in Batman issue 486 in 1992. Metalhead is a powerful, very aggressive fighter with rock-solid musculature and lots of endurance. He is a superior brawler and pragmatic martial artist, making him a formidable opponent for Batman. Next is the Mortician, a villain who uses reanimation techniques to bring the dead back to life. He first appeared in Batman Gotham Knights issue 28 in 2002. The Mortician was attempting to reanimate his deceased parents. But when one of his experiments resulted in a zombie killing someone, he felt remorse and abandoned his plans. This incident highlights the dangers of tampering with life and death. Then there is Nocturna, a villainess with the ability to transform into a bat-like creature. Her real name is Natalia Knight, and she first appeared in Batman issue 341 in 1981. Nocturna is a skilled thief and has been romantically involved with Batman. In the animated series Batman the Animated Series, she is portrayed as a vampire, adding a supernatural element to her character. Next is Calendar Man, a villain whose crimes are meticulously planned around dates and holidays. Julian Gregory Day, introduced in Detective Comics issue 259, is obsessed with the calendar, committing thematic crimes corresponding to specific days. Originally depicted as a gimmicky criminal, later portrayals, such as in Batman, The Long Halloween reimagine him as a more sinister and calculating figure, providing Batman with cryptic clues that challenge his detective skills. Then there is Copperhead, a contortionist assassin known for his snake-themed persona. First appearing in The Brave and the Bold, issue 78, Copperhead initially wore a snake costume equipped with a venomous bite to commit his crimes. Over time, he evolved into a more deadly adversary, often depicted with enhanced abilities and a penchant for squeezing his victims to death, much like a constrictor. His agility and lethal methods make him a slippery foe for Batman. Then we have the Calculator, a criminal mastermind who uses his technological prowess to orchestrate crimes. Noah Cutler, introduced in Detective Comics issue 463, initially wore a costume with a large keypad, using it to project hard light constructs. In later iterations, he becomes a powerful information broker, providing intelligence to other villains and coordinating criminal activities from behind the scenes. His shift from a gimmicky villain to a strategic mastermind showcases his evolving nature of crime in Gotham. Next is Simon Hurt, a sinister figure deeply entwined with the Wayne family legacy. Dr. Simon Hurt is a brilliant psychologist who becomes one of Batman's most formidable adversaries. Claiming to be Thomas Wayne, Bruce's father, Hurt leads the clandestine organization known as the Black Glove, orchestrating elaborate schemes to dismantle Batman's psyche and legacy. His manipulative tactics and deep personal connection to the Wayne family make him a uniquely dangerous foe. Then there is the Electrocutioner, a moniker adopted by multiple individuals in Gotham's criminal underworld. The original Electrocutioner, introduced in Batman issue 331, was a vigilante who used electrical weaponry to execute criminals, believing in lethal justice. His successor, Lester Bukinski, shifted from vigilantism to mercenary work, utilizing advanced electroshock suits to commit crimes and battle Batman. The Electrocutioner's reliance on electricity-based weaponry presents a unique challenge. Then we have Duela Dent, a complex character known for her ever-changing villainous personas. First appearing in Batman Family issue 6, Duela has claimed to be the daughter of various Gotham villains, including the Joker and Two-Face. Her unstable identity and erratic behavior make her unpredictable, often oscillating between criminal activities and attempts at heroism. Duela's deep psychological issues and obsession with villainy reflect the chaotic nature of Gotham's underworld. Next is Kite Man, a villain who uses kites to commit crimes. His real name is Charles Brown, and he first appeared in Batman issue 33. Kite Man is known for his ability to glide through the air using various kites, making him a unique and challenging opponent for Batman. Despite his comical appearance, some stories portray him as a more serious threat. Then there is Ratcatcher, a villain who controls rats to carry out his plans. His real name is Otis Flanagan, and he first appeared in Batman issue 583. Ratcatcher uses his ability to communicate with and command rats to commit crimes, often using them to spread fear and chaos in Gotham City. He is a master of stealth and cunning, making him a dangerous adversary for Batman. Then we have Mr. Toad, a villain who is a master of disguise and deception. His real name is John Mayhew, and he first appeared in Batman issue 157. Mr. Toad is known for his ability to blend into his surroundings and escape from tight situations, making him a slippery and elusive foe for Batman. His cunning and resourcefulness make him a formidable opponent in the world of Gotham's criminals. Next is Mr. Bloom, a villain who uses special seeds to give people superpowers. He first appeared in Batman issue 43 in 2015. Mr. Bloom wants to destroy Gotham City and rebuild it as a better place. He gives these seeds to people, which grant them powers but also harm them, making Mr. Bloom stronger. He is a dangerous enemy for Batman because of his ability to create new threats. Then there is Dr. Falsario, a villain who uses magic to trick and deceive people. He first appeared in Batman issue 156 in 1963. Dr. Falsario is a master of illusions and deception, making him a tricky opponent for Batman. He uses his skills to commit crimes and confuse his enemies, often escaping before anyone realizes what happened. His ability to create false realities makes him a unique and challenging foe. Then, we have Tusk, a villain known for his strength and tusks. He first appeared in Batman issue 157 in 1963. Tusk is a strong and dangerous criminal who uses his tusks to fight and intimidate others. He is a formidable opponent for Batman, using his physical strength and tusks to commit crimes and challenge the Dark Knight. His brute force and tusks make him a unique threat in Gotham City. Next is the Eraser, a villain who specializes in removing evidence of other crimes. His real name is Lenny Fiasco, and he first appeared in Batman issue 188 in December 1966. Lenny was a college classmate of Bruce Wayne, but he turned to crime after graduation. He offers his services to other criminals, erasing evidence in exchange for a portion of their profits. His skills make him a valuable ally to Gotham's underworld, but also a significant threat to justice. Then there is Firebug, a villain who uses fire as his main weapon. The first person to take on the Firebug name was Joe Rigger, who appeared in Batman issue 126 in 1960. He wore a special suit that allowed him to control fire, using it to commit crimes and fight Batman. Later, other criminals also took on the Firebug identity, each with their own version of fire-based weapons. Next is Cluemaster, a villain who loves puzzles and challenges Batman with his riddles. His real name is Arthur Brown, and he first appeared in Detective Comics issue 351 in 1966. Arthur was once a game show host, but after losing his job, he turned to crime, leaving behind clues for Batman to solve. He is the father of Stephanie Brown, who later becomes Batgirl. Cluemaster's obsession with puzzles makes him a tricky opponent for Batman. Then there is Condiment King, a villain who uses condiments as his weapons. His real name is Mitchell Mayo, and he first appeared in Batman the Animated Series in 1994. Mitchell was a comedian who, after being influenced by the Joker, started using ketchup and mustard guns to commit crimes. He is often portrayed as a joke villain, adding humor to Batman's adventures. Next is Lynx, a skilled martial artist and leader of the Ghost Dragons, a Chinese gang in Gotham City. She first appeared in Robin issue 1 in 1993. Lynx is known for her combat skills and her role in the criminal underworld, often clashing with Batman and his allies. Her leadership of the Ghost Dragons makes her a significant figure in Gotham's criminal landscape. Next is Amygdala, a villain in the Batman universe. His real name is Aaron Helsinger, and he first appeared in Batman, Shadow of the Bat No. 3 in 1992. Amygdala is a large and muscular brute who was transformed into a super-strong, yet mindless individual due to a botched operation. He is often manipulated by other villains to carry out their plans. Despite his lack of intelligence, Amygdala's immense strength makes him a formidable opponent for Batman. Next is Floronic Man, a villain in the Batman universe. His real name is Jason Woodrue, and he first appeared in the Atom issue 1 in 1962. Floronic Man is a scientist who becomes a plant-human hybrid, gaining the ability to control plant life and communicate with the Green, the elemental force connecting all plant life. He has been a significant adversary for Batman, often challenging the Dark Knight's physical and mental limits. Next is Professor Pig, a villain in the Batman universe. His real name is Laszlo Valentin, and he is a surgeon who becomes obsessed with the story of Pygmalion, leading him to have deranged notions of physical beauty. He is also the leader of the Circus of Strange. Despite being a relatively recent villain, Pig has quickly become an incredibly recognizable character. Then there is Anarchy, an anti-hero appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics. He was co-created by Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle and first appeared in Detective Comics issue 608 in 1989. anarchy is introduced as Lonnie-mation, a child prodigy with knowledge of radical philosophy and driven to overthrow governments to improve social conditions. Stories revolving around anarchy often focus on political and philosophical themes. Next is Rainbow Creature, a powerful inhuman behemoth found in South America. Each of its colors represents a different power, which it holds, and can use when activated. The creature was created by Firefly during his Rainbow Rampage and has been a formidable opponent for Batman. Then there is the Court of Owls, an ancient secret society that has controlled Gotham City for centuries. They are a violent cabal who have used architecture and planned assassinations to wield political influence throughout history. Their legend is told only through whispers and a nursery rhyme that bears their name. To carry out their interests, they employ a breed of highly trained assassins known as Talons. The leaders of the organization appear to be human and wear owl masks over their faces. Next is the Reaper, a vigilante who predates Batman in Gotham City. His real name is Judson Caspian, and he first appeared in Batman, Year 2, Issue 2 in 1987. The Reaper is a former police officer turned masked vigilante who uses lethal force against criminals, operating outside the law. His methods and appearance, including a scythe and skull mask, make him a formidable figure in Gotham's underworld. The Reaper's presence challenges Batman's moral code, as he represents the darker side of vigilantism. Then there is Whisper Adair, a skilled assassin with a snake-like appearance. She first appeared in Detective Comics issue 743 in 2000. Whisper Adair is a former member of the League of Assassins who later becomes associated with Inner Gang. She possesses enhanced agility and combat skills, making her a dangerous adversary. Her snake-like appearance and abilities add to her mystique and threat level. Whisper Adair has been involved in various plots against Batman and his allies, showcasing her cunning and ruthlessness. Then there is Professor Radium, a scientist who accidentally transformed himself into a human radium ray. In need of an expensive antidote, he used his newfound powers to commit crimes in Gotham City, inadvertently causing harm. He has been a significant adversary for Batman and Robin. Then there is Zebraman, a scientist whose experiments with high-energy physics transformed his body, giving him the ability to attract and repel objects. He first appeared in Batman 273 in 1976. Zebraman's powers allow him to manipulate magnetic fields, making him a dangerous adversary. His black and white striped appearance and glowing aura make him a distinctive and memorable villain. He has clashed with Batman on several occasions, using his abilities to commit crimes and challenge the Dark Knight. Next is Maxi Zeus. Maxi Zeus is a Batman villain who first appeared in 1979. Once a history professor, he lost his sanity after his wife's death and came to believe he was the Greek god Zeus. This delusion led him to become a crime boss in Gotham City, where he often faced off against Batman. Although he has no superhuman powers, Maxi is a clever planner who uses his knowledge of Greek mythology and skills with electricity in his crimes. Then there is Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva, born Sandra Wooson, is a prominent figure in the DC Comics universe, renowned as one of the deadliest assassins and martial artists. Her exceptional combat skills have led her to train several heroes, including Batman and The Question, and she often oscillates between the roles of adversary and ally. Driven by an insatiable quest for martial perfection, Shiva's complex character embodies both honor and ruthlessness, making her a formidable presence in Gotham City's intricate web of alliances and enmities. Next is Lockup. Lyle Bolton, known as Lockup, is a former security guard who becomes a vigilante in Gotham City. His obsession with order and discipline leads him to imprison those he deems guilty, including minor offenders and even other vigilantes. This extreme approach to justice brings him into direct conflict with Batman, who opposes Lockup's draconian methods. Then there is Polka-Dot Man. Abner Krill, better known as Polka-Dot Man, is a minor Batman villain who first appeared in 1962. He dons a costume adorned with polka dots that transform into various weapons and gadgets, such as buzzsaws and flying saucers. Despite his seemingly whimsical appearance, Polka-Dot Man has been portrayed as a tragic character, notably in the 2021 film The Suicide Squad. where his backstory and psychological depth are explored, adding layers to his otherwise eccentric persona. Next is Punchline. Punchline, introduced in 2020, is a supervillain in the DC Comics universe, closely associated with the Joker. Created by James Tynion IV and Jorge Jimenez, she first appears in Batman Volume 3, Issue 89, during the Joker War storyline. Unlike her predecessor, Harley Quinn, Punchline embodies a cold and sadistic demeanor, reveling in chaos and mass slaughter. Her calculated and manipulative nature makes her a formidable adversary in Gotham City's criminal underworld. Then there is Deacon Joseph Blackfire. Deacon Joseph Blackfire is a sinister preacher and cult leader in the DC Comics universe, primarily serving as an antagonist to Batman. He is often portrayed as a power-crazed, charismatic con artist skilled in manipulation and brainwashing. Blackfire's methods are so extreme that he once managed to brainwash Batman, breaking his mind and turning him into a willing servant, leading Batman to flee from Gotham. Thanks for watching Super Bits. That was the ultimate breakdown of every Batman villain ever explained. Let me know in the comments which villain you think gives the Caped Crusader the toughest challenge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more epic superhero deep dives. Until next time, stay heroic and keep exploring the multiverse.